Hello everyone, I'm Arunima from Knit and Otter, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a border for my Ipsa blanket. This is a support video for the Ipsa blanket, which is my 2024 blanket cal. If you are interested in the details, I'm going to add a link to it in the description below, but this is just a traditional single crochet border. The only detail that I've added is how to manage your border at these corners and at these dips. So that's what I'm going to mainly cover in here. I'm going to make my border with this color. Hopefully it'll be easier to see than if I do it with the white, which is white on white. So I'm going to do it with this color. But in my blanket, I have used the white, which is called Bear, in the Knit Picks Chroma yarn. So this is my forward pass color, the one that's showing here, and that's what I used for my blanket. But this is what I'm going to use for the tutorial here. And I generally like to join my yarn at closer to a dip. There's no specific reason. I just like that. You could join it wherever at any point. I just recommend not doing it at a corner because you're going to be increasing there. So just join it anywhere. And I'm going to work my border only in the back loop. So this is the back loop. I'm going to insert my hook here. And I'm going to take this yarn, pull through, and I'm going to chain one to lock it. And I'm using a 3.5 millimeters hook, which is the hook recommended for this yarn. So because this is traditional single crochet, we're not going up a hook size with this. So here I have locked that yarn, and I am now going to make a single crochet in that same spot. There, and then now I'm going to make a single crochet in every slip stitch here, and I'm weaving in this as I go. So I have this tail that I'm just weaving in as I go, but you could do it later if you'd like. So just a single crochet in the back loop of every slip stitch of this hexagon until we reach the corner, and I'll tell you what I do there. Okay, so now I'm at this point, which is the slip stitch right over that corner. So I'm going to do 3 single crochets here. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And then I continue making single crochet stitches in the back loop only until I reach the next corner. And one more. And then I've reached this corner again. So I'm going to make 3 single crochet stitches there. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to continue doing this for the entire edge. So I'm going to make this edge with single crochet stitches, and at this corner I'm going to do 3 single crochets. So I'm going to do 3 single crochets in every corner here, and then I'm going to show you how I handle this dip over here. So here I am. I'm very close to this this dip right here. So, or the valley. I think that's what it is. But either way, this point, I'm going to continue making my single crochet stitches until I get there. Here, and you can see that these 2 stitches here, this one and this one, are the ones that are joined. So I am, there are 2 options. You could just let this be and just continue crocheting into the stitch that is next, that's right here, and that's how it looks. And I didn't quite like this space over here, It's just a little detail, but that's something that was bothering me a bit. So what I did was that, well, this is slightly loose. You can see that it's loose, and I decided to make a single crochet in this space. If I had weaved in this end so it wasn't so tight, it would work out better. What I did was, this seems like a little bit of a hack, but this is what I did. I picked up this one strand here, and there's the second one, and there's the third one there. So I picked up the first one and the third one, and I made a single crochet there. So that sorts of closes that gap, and then I made a single crochet in the next. So you can see that there's hardly any gap there. Right now I've done it like 3 times, so there's still this gap, but there isn't any when you join when you're doing it. And this looks a little hacky right now. It doesn't seem very good, but if you're using the same color as the one that I used for my blanket, which is the bear, the white, this is hardly visible. And I'll show you on this other side. I'll do it just once, and I'll show you how little space that has. So I'm going to go around here, making 3 single crochets in all of these corners, and I'll come here and then show you how it looks. So this is how it's looking after I've gone all around and made the border here. For my blanket, this wasn't curling up as much. I probably made my single crochet stitches a bit tight in this, but if this is how it's working up, you are welcome to go up a hook size or 2. It should not be curling at all at this point, but there's two choices at this point. You could either go up a hook size or you could block. I would go up a hook size because the joined blanket is massive and it's really hard to block it at that point, but you can choose whatever you want to do. This didn't happen with me in the blanket that I made, and I'm just guessing that's because my tension was different there. So if this is happening, you would know after like a hexagon or 2, after you made the border, and you see that initially these hexagons were sitting straight and now they're curling slightly at the corners. I'm not too thrilled about that, but well, I'm glad that it happened. So I can tell you that you can go up a hook size or 2 if this is happening, or make your tension slightly loose while you're making your single crochet stitches. But now that we are here at this point, there's this valley to take care of. So I'm going to make single crochet stitches here. And then I'm at this point, so I'm going to pick up this first strand of yarn right here at the back, this one, and then the third one here, making sure I'm not splitting the yarn. So right here, so I've got these 2, and I'm going to make a single crochet, and you can see how there's hardly any space here. I'm sorry, this yarn got really dark. I wasn't expecting it to, but you can see the single crochet. I hope that's clear. And then I'm going to make 1 single crochet in the next one. So I'm not going to make one in this stitch that's already joined. I'm going to go into the next one. And that completes the border. This is where I started. So at this point, I'm just going to cut my yarn, and I'm going to join the ends with a invisible join stitch. So here I am going to pull this through. I'm going to thread my needle and go through this here. This is the first single crochet. So I'm going to go through this front to back and then into the same one as earlier. And that's it. I'm just going to weave this end now. So make sure that it's not too tight so I don't pull that stitch to a close. So it's like making a fake single crochet in between, or a fake chain stitch in between. So okay, that's it. So this is how it is at the join. You will not be able to make out the difference if you were, so because this is the color changed significantly, that's why you can make out that here there is a join, but if it were just a solid colored yarn, you would not be able to make out. So again, I apologize for these curling, but again, I'm glad that it happened. So I can tell you that if this happens, then you can go up a hook size and you will know by the time, like after you make a hex, after you make the border on a hexagon or two, that they are curling or not. And if they do, you have two options. You could either go up a hook size or you could block, which I think will be hard. Going up a hook size might be easier. So that's all there is for this border tutorial. That's how I made the border, and it's pretty much this will work for the entire blanket. No matter what kind of dip there is, your hexagons will have joins, and wherever there is a join, you can make a single crochet there and just continue working around, and you will have your border. So I decided to go for a very simple border for this blanket because it was very, very heavy as it is with all the hexagons, and I didn't want a heavy border, and I didn't want to take away from the hexagons themselves by giving it a heavy border. So that's I just gave it a single crochet border just to give it a final finishing touch so that all these joins didn't look awkward at the ends. So that's pretty much it. So hopefully it won't take you too long to make the border for your blanket, and your project will be complete. Thank you for joining me in this, Cal. I had a wonderful time, and I hope you did too. And hopefully you will join me in my future projects. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.